Hello, I'm back in Andy's room today with Sheriff Woody, and I'm going to finish building the furniture in this room. Last time we built the furniture on this wall, and today we're going to build the furniture on this wall and the shelves under the window over there. Here's a screenshot of this furniture from the Toy Story movie. There's a crib in the lower corner with a little nightstand next to that and a desk next to that. Above the little nightstand are some shelves on the wall. Again, I'm not going to be able to duplicate the furniture precisely because of the limited block shapes that are available in the toy box, but I think we can come up with some furniture that looks pretty decent. I'm going to skip the little nightstand and save memory for the outdoor area. I'm also going to skip the toy chest on the left because I just couldn't figure out how to build one that looked like it. There is a version of Andy's toy chest in the decorations drawer, but of course it's much too small for the scale of this room, so I'm not going to use it. Underneath the window, next to the bed, are some shelves containing some games, books, and toys. These, of course, are the shelves that Ham likes to hang out on, so we're definitely going to need this. But we'll come into the room here, and we're going to start with the crib over in this corner. And I'm going to begin with this tall block, and let me pull up my screen grab here. Alright, we're going to start in this back corner like this. We'll go ahead and style this. And once again, we're going to use the Plastic 2 texture. I'll set that to be my theme. This will be for the frame of the crib. We're going to put two of these on top of each other like that. And then we're going to go over to the right. We don't exactly have a curved arch that we can use, but we do have some of these pieces. We're going to use this smaller support arch. And I'm going to bring this up and put it here. And we'll flip it around and put another one over here like this. That's about the closest I think we can get with the pieces that we have. And we'll put the smaller piece here in this back corner where it won't be as visible. There we are. And we're going to come back and put some spindles in there in a moment. Alright, let's go ahead and put in the length of the bed, and once again we're starting with the bed frame here. We're going to put 3 of these across on either side. And then we're going to come up about a block above, and we're going to do the same thing up here. This will be for the railing at the top of the crib. And then we're going to build the same headboard, same thing we did with the headboard on the other end. And once again, we'll scroll over here and pick up those angled pieces. The support arch. Here we are. And then we need the little column piece, and I think it was the other way. Here it is. So we'll use this. And we don't have really room for 3 of these under here. So we're going to put just 2 on this end. We'll do the same thing on the other end. Like that. And then over on this side, we'll put 2 in here like this, 1 in the middle. So they're about half a block apart. like that. All right, there is the frame for the crib. And I think that looks pretty decent with the blocks that we have available to us. Now we need to put in the bedding. And for that, we're going to go over to the right to the large floor piece, which is this piece here. And we're going to put this right up here. Yeah. Just like this. So even with the bottom edge of those little round pieces we stuck in a moment ago. And for the style on this, the bedding material was kind of a pinkish in nature. And we have this carpet here. So I'm going to set that to be my theme. And we'll use that for the bed. The one we had was kind of checkered, but I don't want to use a lot of little pieces in here to build a checker pattern. It looks a little hokey to me. Plus, it's a lot of building pieces that... let's flip this around. It's a lot of little building pieces that take up more memory. Alright, so there is the bedding. And for a pillow, once again, we're going to use this half dome. And I'm going to change the theme back to the plastic 2 theme. Fortunately, these are all really close together in this scrolling list, so that's good. One over here, and then the piece in the middle. So there's the pillow for the baby's crib. All right, now we'll move on to the desk. And get over to my screen grab for this. Figuring out where to place this is the tricky part here. Let's go back and pick up the floor pieces here. This piece I'm going to put right in the middle of this block like that. This will be the top corner of the desk in the back. And for the theme on this, we're going to have to scroll a ways to get to it, but we're going to use the Agrabah Palace stucco. That's about the closest color that we have to the top of the desk. Agrabah Palace stucco. I'm going to set that to be my theme. And we're going to put 4 of these out. That'll be the width of the desktop. And then we're going to put 3 of these like this. And some additional small pieces around the perimeter of this. Alright, so there is the top of the desk. Now, for the back corner, we'll start with the desk legs, and we're going to use this pillar block again. So we're going to come back here and put this right up against there and all the way to the floor. And for the theme on this, the closest thing I found to the color for the desk is the plastic wood 1 texture, which we got to go all the way back over because it's right over next to that plastic 2. All right, so there is going to be for the desk. And then we'll put another one here like that. We're going to need a few more of these, but We'll put the ones on the corners anyway. This one right up against there. Okay, so there is the bottom edge of the desk. This is going to sit on the back edge like this. And let me make sure I've got... Nope, I'm sorry. Take that out. Good thing I double checked. That was not what I wanted. I did this a little differently. Alright, so let's put this in first. And we're going to build kind of a little area here for the desk drawers. So we have this. We're going to put in a small little block here. A block in like that. Another one up here. And one here on the corner. So that's the base of this. And then we'll put two of these up for that. And the same thing on the other side. Like that. Okay? And we'll cover up some of these ugly seams here in a moment. And actually, I think we need to take this out. And we'll put this one in. Sorry about that. So we're going to do that. And then over here, we're going to use this leg for that corner of the desk. And we're going to do the same thing over here. Okay, so there is the frame of the desk. And obviously the front of this with all of the seams just looks really hokey. So we're going to use some flat wall pieces to kind of cover this up and smooth it out a little bit. We got to flip it around like this. And go back, make sure I get this correct. Yeah. Alright, so this is going to sit on the front like so. And we'll cover those up like that. Okay, so that kind of makes that look a little bit nicer. And then we want to do kind of the same thing under here. This is going to sit right up against there like that. And then this smaller piece under here like that. And that encases the desk. And over here, I am going to go ahead and pick this piece up to get back to this part of the drawer. And we'll put a couple of these pieces along here like that. And then I'm going to pick up this piece once again, put it down, and just to cover up some of those ugly seams up there, we'll run a row of these blocks across there like that. Alright, so there's that. And you could put a row of those across here as well. I'm actually not going to do that because it almost looks like this is a desk drawer that would pull out. So I'm not too unhappy with that. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it just like that. All right, now for the chair of the desk. Let me find my screen grab that shows where I placed that. Okay. For this piece, if you remember the screenshot, the legs of the chair were very, very thin. And I thought the perfect thing to use for that would be some pipe climbs. So under the platforming toys, and it reset the drawer on me, so I got to scroll back to the left again. We could come to these long pipe climbs. And I'm going to place this first one, whoops, right here, right on this little terrain corner, like that. So if you look down here, it's right on the corner of these 4 pieces. And I'm going to go ahead and style this, and we're going to use the gray color. I'll set that to be the theme. And since it's right on that terrain seam, that makes it really easy to place these other ones, because we're going to put those right on the seams as well. So those will be the legs of the chairs, and coincidentally it's really nice to be able to climb that. And actually, let me go ahead and delete these because that's too tall. It's the next shorter one that I want. I should have been paying attention to the height of the the height of the desk there. Alright, so that's got to sit there on that corner, that one on that corner, this one back here on that corner, and that corner. So like that. And we could actually, to save ourselves a little memory, let me take these back out again. Those 2 under there have to be the shorter piece. This one, let's make this the longer piece. Sorry, I'm kind of tweaking my design here a little bit, as I'm sure you can see. And then we'll put the smaller piece on top of that, like so. So there's the metal corners, the frame of the chair. And then if we come back down to building sets, the blocks drawer, we use the large floor piece. This sits right in here. Well, that's why I had it that way. Okay, well that's easy enough to fix. Let me just slide this over. That's why I had it that way. So I can slip that floor block under there for the part of the chair that the player sits on, or the person sits on. That'll work better. Okay, now we should be able to go to the blocks drawer and slide this under, just like that. And of course that's the wrong color. What we really had was the color of the desk up top. So once again, let's see, might be quicker to go to the right. We know it takes a long time going the other way. Yeah, probably about the same either way. Agrabah Palace Stucco, set that to be the theme. All right, so there is the chair, the part of the chair that the player, or the person, Andy, would sit on. And then up here for this, I want to flip this around, and we're going to put 3 of these across here. That'll be the back of the chair on the top. All right, so there is the desk. Now, on this wall are those shelves, and I'm actually going to use floor blocks for this. So let's get back over here. For the large blocks, tall blocks. And for this, I'll make sure I get this in the right spot. This needs to sit up against the corner of this block right here and all the way down to the floor. So you're 1 block over to the left from the window. And we're going to set this to be the same theme that we used for the bed. So it's going to be the Wood 1 theme. I'll set that to be the theme. Okay. We're going to put this up too high, like that. And then we're going to put over here with one block spacing in between, like that. Okay. And then let's go back to the floor pieces again. We'll go to the large floor. And the bottom one is going to sit here like this, and I'm actually going to turn this so the wood planks run this way. And we're going to put 3 of these across. And then we're going to come up and put another row of these right here by this seam. And we'll do another row of these, 1 block from the top, so even with the edge of the windowsill. And then it might be quicker to just pick this piece up here and put it down. That gets us back to that part of the drawer. And then we'll build the legs on the other side. And there's our shelves for that end of the room. So this is looking pretty good. Now, there's kind of this empty space in the corner here. And for that, I was thinking if we go to Building Sets Group 2, and we go to the right, there is a building frame right here, which makes a perfect size little table for this corner. So it kind of looks like a little stand of some sort. And that just kind of fills that hole back there a little bit. And then the last thing we're going to build are the shelves that go up here. So let me go grab my picture of that. All right, so back to the blocks drawer. And whoops, I want to go back to the left to those floor pieces. And we're going to put this first one right here. And I'm going to change the style on this. And let's see, what do we want to use? The carpeting would not work. I think I used a different kind of red or a pink here. Might have been this pink gloss. Yeah, pink gloss. Set that to be the theme. So we'll put these across like that. And then we need some supports underneath. And we have this little wedge block, which I thought would be pretty good for this. So we're going to drop this a block down. Put another one right up here, and I'll fill another block in over there in a moment. And then we're going to mirror it over on this side. And we're right up against the edge of this terrain seam here. Or the block seam. So there's the pink shelves. That looks pretty good. All right, so that's it for the big pieces. Let's go ahead and add in some finishing details here. So if we come over to the desk, and we go up to the decorations drawer, and we go left. And actually, since we're right here, I'm going to use this little bubble door toy from the Finding Dory playset. This looks like a toy that'd be perfect to put over here on these shelves. So we'll just kind of dump that in there. Whenever you see something that looks like it could fit the scale of the room, you should use it. because there's not many things that you can use that will work for this. So you could use this for Zerg. I'm actually going to use Sheriff Woody's badge here. We'll put this here on the desk like that. So that's kind of cool. The snake in the boot, gotta have that. So we'll put this down on the floor over here. We've got Woody's Roundup critters. We can put those back here. Like that. See, here's Andy's wagon. That's just way too small for the scale of this room. So, as cute as it is, it's really no point in using it in this toy box. Same with this lamp. It's kind of nice. Kind of large, but it's kind of small for the scale of the room. But if you wanted to, you could use that. Kind of a little tiny light. Let's see. A wagon, this kind of goes with the Western toys. And it's about the size of a toy that might be in the toy box here, so we can dump that in there. And you don't want to go too crazy with these, but it's kind of nice to have a few of these here. Of course, we have the army men, or Andy has army men, so we could dump this over here. Let me, I had a specific place where I put this, but I guess it doesn't really matter. Kind of stick that there. That looks like a toy that would go with that. And there's just a lot of really cool things under here. The more of these you add, the more your memory is going to go up. So you want to be very selective about these. Everything in the decorations drawer takes up a ton of memory. Many of these are breakable. Some of them are interactive. And that just causes them to use more memory than other building pieces would. So you don't want to go crazy with these. But having a few is kind of nice. This looks like a toy construction vehicle that a little boy would probably have. So we'll put that up there. Train pieces are probably a good thing to use. There's some cars up here at the front of this. These kind of remind me of little toy cars that a boy might have to play with. Again, you don't want to go too crazy, but having a few of them up here can be good. And you can put a few more up there if you want. I think that is all I'm going to put there. Another thing you can do, if we come down to the townspeople, actually cast members, we can go ahead and put Ham in here. Of course, he's a little small compared to the scale of the room, but there's not really much you can do about that. I like to put Slink over here on the desk. Gives you somebody to talk to over here. We'll put Rex down below, but I'm going to put him down here later because he's going to be my mission giver, so I don't want him wandering all over the place. And we're going to need some ledge hangs to get up on those shelves over here. So once again, we will put these down here. And we'll style these to be the castle ledge hangs. I'll set that to be my theme. And there, at this point, you can get up on all the furniture. You can get up here And over there, you can get up onto the chair with the pipe climbs, and we can use one of these buttons like we had before. I'll pick this up and put it down. We'll put another one over here on the chair. That'll let the player get up onto the desk. And then from here they can use the top of the wainscoting to get over to the crib. If you wanted, you could put a little rope hang up here to get up onto those shelves. So there's all kinds of cool things you can do to get around the room. But let's put Woody up here on top of the dresser. From here, we can get a pretty good view of everything we built today. So except for the ceiling, the interior of Andy's room is done. We'll put the ceiling on at the end when we're all done. It makes it a lot easier to work inside this room. Next time, we'll build the outdoor play area in the backyard. Thank you for watching my video today. Please hit the like button before you go and leave a comment to let me know what you think of my version of Andy's room and the furniture that I built. You can also subscribe to my channel by clicking my photo in the lower right corner if you haven't already done that. See you next week.